I did a bunch of research on subs and am so happy I made this decision to match the SB-2000 with my hi-fi setup. I use this sealed sub for my pure audio listening because I like the fast/tight bass response. I didn't know what I was missing from my music listening experience until I added this to my system. Not only does the SVS rock the house, but the piano black is simply beautiful, even my wife agrees with that point. I added this to another SB-2000 that I'd had for about 18 months. The subs are placed diagonally opposite each other, front right and rear left. I'll be honest and say that I wasn't expecting much difference as the single SB-2000 was already an excellent performer in its own right. I was dead wrong. After Odyssey XD32 had done its thing, I played one of my favorite bass testing scenes, the part of War of the Worlds where the machine rises up out of the ground. I can't post my exact reaction on a family-friendly site, but it rhymed with duck tea. My daughter came running out of her bedroom wondering what was happening as her bed was shaking. My wife meanwhile had a grin on her face from ear to ear. Now, I've watched that scene before with the single SB-2000 and I was impressed. For a 12 inches sub it digs really deep while still staying very clean. Duals though, wow. Totally different ball game. Wherever you are in the room, you get the full impact of even the most demanding movie scenes. That was the one thing that I didn't realize a single sub was missing until I tried duals. The sound itself couldn't be localized, the frequencies that subs are generally called on to play are too low for that. The impact however could. If you're considering an SB-2000, do it. Then save up for a second one. If you're already considering duals, just click the damn button now and enjoy the $100 discount for buying a pair. You won't regret it. It fits into my system so well I thought it wasn't working until I played the proper music and movie. I think my house has moved off the foundation. Teal speakers. Bowers & Wilkins center channel. Marantz preamp. JBL professional amp. Clean, tight, and accurate bass down to 20 Hz at reasonable volume levels in my 600 square feet room with 8 feet ceilings. Blends very well with main speakers if placed correctly and with properly chosen crossover frequency. Read up on subwoofer setup, take the time to get it right, and the rewards will be plentiful. This is a very versatile audiophile subwoofer at a very reasonable price. Very solid, tactile reproduction of well-recorded kick drum. Melodic and tuneful on recordings of electric bass. Very natural reproduction of acoustic bass on jazz recordings. Can handle the lowest organ pedal tones even on the Saint-Saëns organ concerto or Holst's Planets. If home theater or maximum SPL are your primary goals, go with the PV-2000 instead. Either way, you can't go wrong with an SVS. This is the best sub I have ever had. Bass is deep and clean. I use it for music only with my B&W 685S2 speakers. Very happy with SVS SB-2000. Superb tight and deep bass. My movies never sounded so real and heart-pounding. If you have to pick one thing to upgrade your sound system, upgrade this sub, not the surround speakers. Love this subwoofer. Bass is crisp and thumping. I was a bit nervous buying such a powerful subwoofer when we live in an apartment, but raw power does not necessarily equate to ground-shaking bass. I have a nice surround sound setup with 2 pairs of KEF LS50 speakers, which are outstanding for listening to music, but which sound boomy when listening to anything bass-heavy or when watching movies. A subwoofer is the obvious solution, but not if the neighbors complain. After reading many reviews, I chose the SVS SB-2000 because it seemed to offer the best balance with my other speakers, at a surprisingly affordable price. I have not been disappointed. Most of the time I wouldn't even know the subwoofer is there. The sound is completely transparent and seamlessly integrated with the LS50s. Jazz has more of a presence, and rumbles and explosions in movies feel more visceral without vibrating the whole apartment, and with no complaints from the neighbors. It is everything you read about it. Outstanding musicality. If you are looking for a sub that is responsive with music from classical to jazz to rock and country, blues and reggae and folk, the SVS SB-2000 is best deal out there. You won't know how you listen to anything without it. Prepare to be spoiled. This is replacing a smaller, 9 inches cube, sealed subwoofer which stopped working after 7 years in service. This one is considerably bigger, but it is also considerably more powerful. It is impressive how this complements my existing 7-speaker home theater system. Installation and fine-tuning was easy enough. We cannot pinpoint where the sound is coming from while the unit is in operation. The low frequencies fill the room and blend with the rest of the system. Build quality seems excellent. The curved metal grille took a while to get used to, but now I like it. Click link in description for more reviews.